Hi everyone, and welcome to today's class. Time to recalibrate is what I got from the guides, and they just said that, well, we made it through eclipse season, and yeah, it's interesting because now that I'm filming this, we're just in the midst of it. So yeah, let's see how this all turns out and how we feel afterwards. It would be a great idea to take your journal and just see how you feel, checking in with yourself with what the changes were, how you feel about them, and what is the gift from all this, because there is always a gift, we know that. And yes, the changes may be unexpected, but if we are honest with ourselves, they are most of the time due or overdue. And maybe what you see is not in your personal life, but in the collective happening. And because you got yours on track. So, let's see, I'm very curious, and I feel like we're having a strong workout. So maybe the guides want to show us our strengths. Yeah, I'm still in winter as I'm filming. I hope you're warm, and here we go. Yeah, maybe you see it, one of my feet is still a little bit swollen, but everything is changing at the moment, so my body indicates that. Little toes in line with my hip or muscle line, little fingers in line with my shoulders, nose, sternum, navel, pubic bone in line, sit bones together, and then it's like a big fountain coming through your entire upper body, through your crown of the head. Ribs together, navel towards your spine, and knees and elbows relaxed, and we're good to start with the reaffirmation of the upper arms. So we've got the little fingers in line with the or thinking the little fingers towards the thumbs. You've got your shoulder blades in line, and think of your ribs together while you feel the length of your upper body and your shoulder joints with all this fountain and yeah, shoulder blades parallel should be relaxed. Okay, one more time, little fingers towards the thumbs, everything's long, just think length and relaxing. Just relaxing, three-dimensional, thumbs towards the little fingers, lengthening, lengthening, and relaxing. One more time. We're working our way around our arms so they get firm. Yeah, it's all about lengthening and then working three-dimensional. Ribs together. This is what happens, what helps you to reaffirm the skin. Okay, now we go to the end of the mat, lengthening here, sit bones, everything's long, and down we go. Just relaxing, just hang out a little bit if you like. Of course you can bend your knees, and of course you can put something underneath like books, yoga blocks, whatever you wish, need, a little chair. And you're not supposed to have a straight back or straight legs or whatever for this exercise. Okay, so breathing in, and on the out breath, sit bones to your head long. And now relax, breathing in, and lengthening, and one more time, breathing in, and lengthening, and just bend, and let the energy flow back. Okay, we're repeating this now, drawing a semicircle with my arm, but that's not for my arm, it's lengthening and turning my upper body. And I'm just, the arm is just indicating floating the direction, yes? Okay, so breathing in, lengthening, and I'm looking at the middle finger while lengthening here. And navel in, okay, and lengthening. It's very important to not overtake your arm with your eyes or the other way around. And it's also not important that you know how far you get at all. It's just about programming to lengthen the body before turning. And then of course, if you practice this over time, you get more flexible, or you maintain your flexibility. Because the body unlearns what it doesn't need. So if we don't exercise, we just get okay, so the next exercise, the stability exercise, is something that the guides gave me, I think last year in summer. I'm not quite sure, or even longer, but it has made a big difference, not only in my body, but in my life, and not only in my life. So I really suggest this if you need more stability in your life, to do that. And of course, you have a physical benefit in getting more stability and more support in your lower back, hip region. Okay, and that's what we all know. What we could use, both, in fact. So important thing, your heels are on the floor. That's very important. Don't lift them off. And your hips are parallel to the floor. Okay, so bending one leg. Maybe you've got the other one bent and you're here. Good, no problem. And then you think long leg, whatever that means. If it's bent, doesn't matter. Think long. And think your back long and your neck in line with your back. For as long as your thinking makes a difference, your leg stays. If it does not anymore make a difference, you change your legs. Okay, so other side, other leg, lengthening. Trying to not roll on your feet or on your supporting foot, and relax. Just let the energy flow back. Okay. Now, you can either repeat it just like that, or you repeat it thinking longer and just seeing what comes out of that. Or, what you also could do is what I need to do. I need to make sure you're not turning your hip, yeah? I need to do it for my special muscle edition in a fluent way. What I normally don't do, I send energy through, but I'm trying to send energy through while I'm doing it dynamically. And they say I've got to do 4. Okay? And one more, lengthening. And releasing. Okay. Just let the blood flow back. And one more time, on the leg. Lengthening. Okay, up, and lower, up, again, up, more, up, up. Okay, one more, they say, okay? I did not count, but I always trust them. So please trust your own intuition, yes? With whatever comes up. Okay, we'll just relax the body and just see how it is. Just check in with it. Feel if there's any weird feeling somewhere in your body, or if there's any tension or pain. Maybe you want a massage if there's, certain points. I've been having good results with my hands, which were very painful at some time. And of course, the carpal tunnel, you can really stretch here like this, and it makes a difference. So maybe you also want to shake. You can also shake them together using your abs. That makes a difference, and that's a really good thing, especially for your lymphatic. Is that correct? Lymphatic system? Let me know. And your arms. Okay, you know I'm not a native speaker obviously, so very grateful for all the help. And of course, head down, close, elbows close, and just relax. If you have children or grandchildren, just get them. They will love this exercise. Okay, so we're starting with the backward balance I got told now. So legs together. I start on my elbows, which is not necessarily easier than on your arms. Try everything if you feel inspired, and find out what helps you out best. Also, you can bend your legs if you like. So don't think it's too difficult. Yeah, there's always a version for everyone. So from here, sit both head, and actually that's the exercise already. It's not about necessarily getting your butt up in the air. It will be at some point, but the lengthening is what we're looking for. Okay, and one more time. Lengthening and lowering. Okay, now on the arms it would be like this. Make sure that your hands are exactly placed like this, little fingers in line with your elbows. And then here we go, lengthening. And of course, also here you can bend your legs. Yes, so no problem. Lengthening and just lowering. One more time, and lengthen, up, yeah, and always make sure that you keep lengthening while you're already bending your elbows, so you're not challenging your shoulders, okay? If you like, and you like to try something, you could lengthen one leg and just come up, and lower, and up, and lower. And up, and lower, and up, and lower. I just have to check whether it was correct, okay. Right, relaxing. If you notice there is something weird, check it, yes? Allow your body to have its time to show you whether it can do whatever you're asking of it in that alignment or not. Yeah, so that's very important. So what's next? Rolling on the balls of our feet. Don't know if that's good for my feet, but okay, I'm not questioning. You can do that on the underarms or in the plank position. And first, demonstrate this on the underarms. So you are here, little toes in line with your little fingers. You're rolling 3 times on the balls of your feet. And then it's lengthening one leg, energy through your heel. And there you go. Don't hold it, lengthen. Yeah, I'm sure you see the difference. Okay, I will do the same thing in plank position. If you have done lengthening the legs like 4 times, and you just want to rest a little bit, which is totally a good idea. And start again. You just need to do the lengthening, not the rolling at the beginning. That's just at the beginning, right? So again, little toes in line with the little fingers, lengthening one line. Make sure, while rolling on the balls already, that your fountain is well in place, energies majority of the energy going through your upper body. Okay, so here you see I'm lengthening, and if I will take a break now and then start again, I could just do the lengthening of the leg. Okay, if you like, you can do a little variation, which is lengthening slightly over to the side, going back and closing. Important thing is while you are opening, you continue lengthening, especially through the, through the fountain, but also a little through the leg. And this is how you, well, not you control it, that's how it controls itself. Lengthen, because what we're doing is not about control, it's about visualizing the lines and then have the body control it, letting it go. Lengthen, open, and here. Okay, so just letting that flow back and relax your back, they say. And I just wonder what's next. What is next? Okay, no, just, right, okay, I got it. Sorry. Okay, sometimes it's like I seem to understand something and then they say, no. That was what was just happening. So we've got the little toes in line with your hips or muscle line. And at first we do a little abs technique because that's what we need, because basically the rolling up, rolling down that we're now doing in alignment is a total lengthening of the body, and of course we need the abs to be well prepared. So hands behind your head. I will show a version for newbies, and first of all we do the technique of the abs, sit bones and head lengthening, and also lengthening here. Breathing in and lengthening. Down we go. Okay, breathing in and lengthening, navel, lengthening. Breathing in and lengthening, lowering. You can always push with your head against your hands if you notice a little tension. Yes? And of course, now that we're starting, version for newbies, sit bones and head here, you can keep one hand here and have the other one placed in your upper thigh, or both. And then you're sliding out your legs, little toes in line with your hips or muscle line, as much as you can, coming up vertebra by vertebra, lengthening here, until you get to sit bones in line with your head. And just relax, elbows are closed, because we don't want to challenge our shoulders. Sit bones head again, you can wiggle a little bit to see if that's correct. Now from your pubic bone to your navel, just lengthening. You just lengthen, coming down, and that's what you do, okay? So other version, you can lengthen your legs if you can do that. Please don't do it if you can't sit up straight. Yeah, because first of all, we're lengthening the back, second, lengthening the legs. Okay, very important that you keep that order. Okay, so arms along, little fingers in line with the shoulders, lengthening and biggest possible circle coming up, sit bones to your head lengthening. Now lengthening, coming up slowly, and just check if your little toes are in line here, and then slowly come up. Vertebra by vertebra. If your legs want to come up, take them down and lengthen here. Slightly diagonal line to make sure that your shoulders are relaxed. Sit bones head. And now I'm lengthening everywhere and coming down. Okay? Now head up. Lengthen, sit bones head. And slowly rolling down. So that's all that it is. We're afterwards bending one leg, but I will announce that. So we do not two variations. You choose your variation, and we do 2 repetitions. Everyone in their own timing, please, and with their own version. Yes? Of course, you can not only do these 2, but anything you could imagine in between, and I'm sure you can. Okay, so here we go, lengthening, coming up. Trying to lengthen as much as you can, so don't force anything, visualize it, and take it slow enough so you can feel which is the feedback of your body, okay? So lowering, and lengthen. One more. And then afterwards, I'll tell you how to do the next one. And lengthen, coming up, lengthening, up, and lengthen to come forward, and lower, and up we go. And slowly down, lengthening. Take your time to really notice if everything is okay. If you tend to go to one side, you need to lengthen between your hip and your shoulder blade on the side where you're turning to or tending to go towards, okay? Right, now we're coming up again and we're bending one leg. Maybe you laugh now, think I've got two bent legs anyway. Well, that's fine. Or it's one leg bent more than the other. And the idea is, if it's bending, that you lengthen and that the energy comes out of your knee. And then you notice that, yes, you're sitting up, but there's space in your hip. And that's what we want. And now going down, so it could look like this, or it could look like this, and both is fine, right? But what's important is the thought that the energy goes through your knee and that it's not coming into your hip, right? So other leg, lengthen, and lengthening, lengthening, now bending in, up, and coming back, lengthening, and lowering. Okay, so one more time, we're doing the exact same thing, or you try to stretch your leg. I will do that first with my left leg, because that's the one that does not have the contractions. So it's from here, and you can then, it's really important to think of lengthening your upper back. So it's not about getting the leg stretched up. It's about the length here, and then see where it goes to, where it takes you to. See, this here is not as good as this, okay? And you notice that because you notice the strength that you get from it. Okay, so it's about the strength here, navel towards your spine, and then the strength in the lower back, and you will really notice that it's like this, okay? Good, so one last one. I may be very slow now to find out how my hip is, or to be more exact, the muscles around it, but we just had the demonstration. Okay, so lengthening, lengthening. Wow, surprising. Lengthening. Okay. Wow. Definitely better than last week. Okay. I'm always worried about certain exercises. Okay. Wow. Right. Relaxing. Well done. But there is one more to come, so I'm just wondering what it is. Okay, well, that's also one that I'm always worried about, but I trust them, and I'm not trying to escape. Okay, so if your knees are tender, that doesn't feel nice, then you just put a little blanket underneath or whatever you need. Okay, so 1 foot ahead. Sit bones together, and that's the fountain, and you've got that leg well ahead. Now lengthening here, diagonally, and then turning. And what we're trying now is not to lift the leg, that would be lifting, to lengthen. Yes, and I notice that, wow. I'm curious if I can do this. Okay, so it's about lengthening, and don't worry if you can't lift your leg. Yeah, it's about lengthening the upper body and seeing how far we can get. Okay, so other leg. Lengthening. And here we go. and lengthening. Oh wow, it is easier. Although there is like the restrictions here, but I can move. And lengthening, lengthening, lengthening. Wow. Okay. And lengthen. And then in. Yeah, you always have to be careful to see whether you can work through the pain or whether the pain is a barrier. And you can see the difference, and that's what this exercise is showing me now very well. Okay, so it's always slightly diagonally forward, so you've got the shoulder blades parallel, ribs together, and here we are. Okay, so from here, lengthening, and then lengthening. Right, it's totally good enough if you cannot even lift your leg and you try that. Well, not lifting your leg, but lifting your upper body and then trying to lift your upper body, and then anyway, as your leg is attached to that, you just try that. But if you can lengthen your leg to that side, you just start moving a little bit. Yeah, I was so focused on what happens here because it was tensing and it was painful that I just did not explain as much as I would normally do and would have liked to do. So just make sure you're along here, you're along in that other direction, and of course energy through, upper body, fountain, most important thing. So you've got the freedom in your leg, and then you see how you can move. Okay, so be gentle, just strong from the center, but having lengthening through, letting go, right? And I see how far I get with, yeah, I get further. It's just very tender and painful, and that's, yeah, but not this time. Wow, okay. Lengthening. It's interesting because it looks so much better than it feels, I can tell you. But that's the interesting thing, yes. And it's so important to always keep the faith. Have faith in your body that it teaches you to do the right thing. So, you know, I can see this gets better, and now I've got this thing with my foot. But with anything that is happening in my life now, I understand that my body says, I'm in overwhelm mode. So, you know, if you have that as well, please, I hope you can take something from this video, and not only from this video. Right, and the guides say, we did very well, and this is it for today. So, I don't know if this video may be a little bit short, or shorter, but that's what they say. So, thank you very, very much for your time. Please subscribe, share, like, whatever. And if you'd like to have more from the guides, you can get the weekly weather forecast from them on YouTube, Hiker and their daily dose on Instagram at Hiker. Spread the love, because that's what the love needs. What the world needs now. It needs you and your love and your peace and your affection and empathy. So, see you for the next workout.